What's up guys, Justin here with TheSketchUpEssentials.com, back with another SketchUp extension tutorial for you. So in today's video we're going to check out the new FlexStairs option inside of FlexTools. One of the great things about SketchUp is the ability to add different functions to the program using extensions. If you're looking for more great SketchUp extensions, make sure to check out my SketchUp extensions guide at TheSketchUpEssentials.com/extensions. Now let's go ahead and just jump into it. Alright, so one of the extensions I've talked about in the past is the extension FlexTools, and I'll link to some videos about it in the notes down below, but this is basically an extension that contains a number of different dynamic components that are very editable inside of SketchUp. So they really allow you to adjust things like your windows, you can adjust all the mullions, and they're really just super adjustable objects that you can place in your models. If you want to check it out, you can check it out at TheSketchUpEssentials.com/FlexTools. And so I got an email earlier today saying that they've added a new function called FlexStairs. So I wanted to check that out, and I figured I'd go ahead and just make a video about it while I did it. And so FlexStairs are the new stairs that are contained inside of FlexTools. And basically what these are is this is a dynamic stair that adjusts based on locations and heights and different things like that. These work generally the same way as the other tools in FlexTools do, meaning that you can adjust them by using the scale tool or by right-clicking and going into dynamic components and adjusting the different component options contained inside of this list. And we'll talk a little bit more about these in a second. But first of all, taking a look at this stair, the way that it works is you just scale it to a certain height. So you can see I came in here and I placed it on the ground. Well, you just scale this to a certain height, and then this will automatically adjust that stair so that it has the right rise and run and things like that based on the height that you've given it. So you can see how that's really easy to create a stair that's the correct height based on this step up right here. And so, like for example, if we were to do something a little more complex, like this, we could just add a flex stair right here. We could just adjust it so that it's the proper height, and then we could move it so that it lines up with this edge, and then we could just create another one up here and adjust that so that it's the proper height here as well, and then just move that so that it lines up right there. So you can see how getting this to the proper height, which is one of the things that's kind of painful about creating stairs in general, is really easy. And so now I want to take a look at some of the adjustments you can make in here to different kinds of stairs. So, or some of the adjustments you can make in order to adjust your stairs. So like for example, if you open this up by right clicking on it and clicking on the dynamic components and the component options, we'll go ahead and select this one right here, and it tells you how many steps there are in here. You can see how there's gray settings and then there's white settings. And so the gray settings you can't edit. So if I select this and try to edit this, it's not going to allow me to do this. But you can come in here and adjust the white settings. And so like for example, if I wanted to come in and adjust the width of this stair, I could either do it using the scale tool, and you can see how when I use the scale tool, this width is going to adjust to show what that value is. I could also type in a fixed width. So if I wanted this to be 4 feet wide, I could just type in a value of 48 inches in order to make this work. And you could do the same thing with the height. So if you know that you have a certain height in here, like let's say 84 inches, you could set this so that it has a fixed height, and you can see how this adjusted that based on that height. So you can kind of override the heights in here as well just by typing a value in. And so one thing I have noticed when you're working with these is if you type in a fixed height and then you try to go back, sometimes it doesn't go back to quite the same functionality. Like for example, if I was to come back in here and delete out my fixed height and then try to adjust this down so that it fits using the scale tool, so kind of like this, you'll notice on the lower right hand side what happens is this is kind of going down into the ground. So as I rotate up, you can see that. So a lot of the time if you've changed something to fixed and you want to take it back, it's probably a little bit better to just bring a new stair in and just start fresh. I think that's something having to do more with dynamic components than anything else, but you can see how you just kind of get some weird results if you go to a fixed value and then try to take this back. This isn't always the case, but sometimes it's just cleaner to just drop a new one in there. It's just a little bit faster than messing around with this sometimes. And so a lot of the time when you're dealing with a stair like this, one of the things you're going to want it to do is you're not going to want this stair to stick out like this one does. You're going to want your first step to be one step down. And so there's an option in here when you scroll down in order to remove your last step. So you can click on this and you can apply, and when you do that, you can see how that's going to adjust this stair so that it goes one step down before starting to create your stairs. So you can make this kind of line up with a wall or something like that. So I can see this being really useful for creating quick stairs, because one of the things I really hate is going in and figuring out all the different steps and things like that. So being able to adjust this the way that we're adjusting this right here can be really valuable. And so there's other options in here that you can adjust as well. I'm not going to mess with them too much. There is something you do need to pay attention to what your different laws and rules are about stairs, because this stair will make whatever you want. So like for example, if you wanted to drop a stair in here and you wanted to give this a fixed height of like 12 feet, and we'll go ahead and delete this out, and you wanted to give it a minimum riser height of like 24 inches or whatever, you could do that. You could definitely create a stair that does that, but that doesn't mean that it lines up with the jurisdictions and rules of stairs inside of wherever you're working. So you do need to make sure that you're using this tool within the boundaries of what those requirements are. But these are very customizable, and you can make them kind of do whatever you want in that sense. You just have to make sure that you're actually following those rules and laws and things like that. And then the last thing I want to talk about is within this tool, you also have the ability to make it a hole cutter. What you can do is you can use this to create what's called a wall cutter component. And we've talked about that a little bit in the past, but you can basically set this stair up so that it cuts a hole inside of a floor, kind of like this. So you can set this up and you can set it to cut a certain number of faces, and it'll actually cut a hole in the floor based on where your stair is. So this can be a really quick way to add a stair between the first floor and the second floor. And I will say that one's been a little bit twitchy on me in the past, and that's a little bit having more to do with the way dynamic components work in SketchUp. But when it works amazing. Like I don't have to come in here and manually cut out this hole anymore. This will actually just cut that for me. So that's another nice feature in here where you can use this to actually cut openings in your different floors. So overall, I think this is a fun tool. It's nice being able to have something kind of figure out the stairs for you, because going in and doing the math on the stairs has always been a pain for me. But leave a comment below, let me know what you thought, if this is interesting to you, if you've used FlexTools. I just love having that SketchUp conversation with you guys. If you like this video, please remember to click that like button down below. If you're new around here, remember to click that subscribe button for new SketchUp content every week. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Every little bit helps, even if it's only $1 a month. So make sure you check out that link in the notes down below. But in any case, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.